Welcome to this edition of Scripture and Cinema, a look at biblical and other spiritual teachings through the eyes of Hollywood. The movie Gandhi is an epic biopic released in 1982 telling the story of Mohandas Gandhi, the leader of the Indian independence movement in British-ruled India. Employing nonviolent and civil disobedience, Gandhi led India to independence and inspired movements for civil rights and freedom around the world. The film won 8 Academy Awards, including Best Picture and Best Director honors for Sir Richard Attenborough, as well as Best Actor for Sir Ben Kingsley, who starred in the title role. Now, like most historical figures, Gandhi's life story is long and more complex than what can be laid out in a movie, and what most people realize. At the start of the film, the producers make this statement, saying that no man's life can be encompassed in one telling. There is no way to give each year its allotted weight to include each event, each person who helped shape a lifetime. What can be done is to be faithful in spirit to the record and to try to find one's way to the heart of the man. Now, no film based on fact is going to be 100% accurate, and Gandhi is no exception. Poetic license is practiced by Hollywood writers, producers, and directors in all films. Now, according to the Cambridge Dictionary, poetic license is defined as the act by a writer or poet of changing facts or rules to make a story or poem more interesting or effective. Now, I say all that because it took a little research to see if the scene portrayed in this edition of Scripture and Cinema had any basis in fact. The scene takes place before the partition of India into the modern nations of India and Pakistan. Hindu fundamentalists have gathered outside Gandhi's home and are shouting death to Jinnah. Jinnah is Muhammad Ali Jinnah, the leader of the Muslim population in India. The mob is trying to stop Gandhi from proceeding with talks with Jinnah. And in this scene, Gandhi confronts them.
Bapu! Bapu! Bapu, please don't do it.
What do you want me not to do? Not to meet with Mr. Jinnah? I am a Muslim, and a Hindu, and a Christian, and a Jew, and so are all of you. When you wave those flags and shout, you send fear into the hearts of your brothers. That is not the India I want. Stop it. For God's sake, stop it.
Now I had to do a little research to see if Gandhi actually claimed to be a Muslim, a Christian, a Hindu, and a Jew. And it appears that Gandhi actually made this statement. From the website, thehindu.com, we find, Gandhi was truly universal. He said, I am a Christian, a Hindu, a Muslim, and a Jew. It was Gandhi's conviction that the one whose mind is untroubled in the midst of sorrows and is free from eager desires amid pleasures, from whom passion, fear, and rage have passed away, is a sage of settled intelligence. And then according to Wikipedia, Gandhi made this statement later in his life when he was asked whether he was a Hindu. He replied, yes, I am also a Christian, a Muslim, a Buddhist, and a Jew. And the source cited for this is A Man Called Bapu by Subhadra Sen Gupta, published by Pratham Books in 2008, and it's on page 5. Now, Bapu is a Hindu word for father, and it's a name often applied to Gandhi because he is considered the father of the modern Indian nation. So the statement attributed to Gandhi in the film seems authentic. Even if it wasn't, my reading indicates that he believed the sentiment. Now, Mahatma Gandhi was a trained lawyer. He was smart. He was no dummy. However, the statement to be a Muslim, a Christian, a Hindu, and a Jew isn't very smart. A simple reading of the Bible shows that to make such a statement that one is a Christian, a Muslim, a Hindu, and a Jew is completely illogical. Take John chapter 14 and verse 6, for instance, where Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man comes to the Father except through me. Now, Jesus' claim to exclusivity here is unmistakable. He is claiming to be the exclusive way to God, so it forces an unconditional response. And Jesus invites people to either accept him or reject him. making it clear that partial acceptance is in fact rejection. And Jesus' self-description also invalidates any alternative plans of salvation or other paths to get to God. Now, some would say that a single way to God is entirely too restrictive, it's too narrow, it's prejudicial, it's bigoted. But that attitude fails to see the desperate state of the human condition. Later on in Acts chapter 4, verse 12, Peter, when he's standing before the Sanhedrin speaking of Jesus, said, "Salvation is found in no one else, for there is no other name under heaven given to men by which we must be saved." If there is no other name where we can find salvation, then obviously one must make a commitment to that one name that brings salvation. But then notice Peter's appeal is even stronger than that. In fact, Peter makes a bold, direct appeal to the Sanhedrin to place their faith in Jesus. So would the Sanhedrin, or the Jewish council as some call it, would they continue to reject the one whom God had placed as the final way for his people to come to him? The only name under heaven which they would find salvation, are they going to continue to reject it? Well, that final decision would rest with them. The council had rejected the one who bore this powerful name, but the ultimate decision about what they are going to do with Jesus is going to be theirs to make. And like the Sanhedrin, you have to make a choice. You either accept Jesus at his word that he is the only way to God, or you reject him, keeping in mind that even a partial acceptance is a total rejection. For Gandhi and those like him who claim that there are many paths to God, well, they are simply wrong. The movie Gandhi, yeah, it's a great flick. It's a great film, a great piece of artwork, but it makes for lousy theology. You cannot put your salvation in what you see in a Hollywood movie. The only source to learn about God and Jesus is the Bible. I'd love to hear what you think about this, especially if you've seen the movie Gandhi. Feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below, or you can email me at 2timothy4.2.3@gmail.com. That's it for this edition of Scripture and Cinema. Thanks for watching.